We continue our reading of Turn Your Eyes Upon Jesus, an invitation to spend a year with your best friend, a daily devotional by author George R. Knight. Today's reading, July 6, The Limits of Forgiveness, Part 2, again. But that same servant, as he went out, came upon one of his fellow servants, who owed him 100 denarii. And, seizing him by the throat, he said, "Pay what you owe." So his fellow servant fell down and besought him, "Have patience with me, and I will pay you." He refused and went and put him in prison till he should pay the debt. Matthew 18:28-30. Scene 2 in the parable moves the action from the divine human perspective of scene 1 to that of the relationship between two human beings. And it is at this level that we see Peter get into trouble. Let's catch the dynamics. Having just gotten off of my knees and left my place of prayer, I am truly in a good mood in the full assurance of God's forgiveness. So far, so good. But 10 minutes later, I run across a jerk who's been avoiding me for weeks, and for good reason. He owes me money, and I'm the last person he wants to see. And it is no small amount after all. 100 denarii is 100 days' pay, approximately a third of a year's salary. Even at the modest minimum of $7.50 per hour, for 108-hour days, the amount equals $6,000. That is a significant part of my yearly budget. I want my money, and I want it now. So I grab him by the throat and order him to pay up or else. And what is the response? A falling on the knees and a request to have patience and a promise to pay what he owes. That's not good enough for me. I have had to deal with this slick dude long enough. Now is the time for justice and to make things right. Gracious too long with this shifty character, I will give him exactly what he deserves. In Act 2 of Christ's parable on forgiveness, we find the human perspective. This person has used up the quota of forgiveness. Having reached the limits of forgiveness, I can at last cut loose with my righteous fury. It is time for me to hand out the legal punishment. Completely overlooked is the fact that his request for mercy from me almost exactly echoes my recent prayer to God on the same topic. Also, conveniently, I have forgotten that the money owed to me is really a part of my debt to God. But why remember such technicalities when I am right and others are wrong? It is only just that I give them what they deserve. Or is it? This concludes our reading today of Turn Your Eyes Upon Jesus.